These guys are beating the crap out of each other. I can tell you this. I'll tell you this. This outbreak is not about donuts. In this video, I'll be explaining to you why tensions are running high at Legacy Automotive dealerships, and I'll be coming to you all the way from the beach. I'm Josh West, and this is Josh West 24/7. I'm a 15-year veteran of Legacy Automotive, but now I've seen that Legacy Auto is in big trouble, and I'm here to explain, with my perspective of over 15 years, what's going on in this industry. Now, if you haven't seen this video, I'll roll the clip for you right now, and if you're not comfortable watching that type of stuff, feel free to skip ahead. I've marked it with the timestamps, so let's have a look.
Crazy.
I'm telling you guys, I'm please, you guys are gonna go in jail right now.
This is insane. What is going on? Who is in charge here?
You want to be here so we can go to the jail, you can go, or leave the block right now. Come on.
What a bunch of nonsense. This type of behavior in the workplace is obviously never justified. But just wait until I tell you that this fight broke out over donuts. Yeah, fried dough covered in sugar, and these guys are beating the crap out of each other. I can tell you this. I'll tell you this. This outbreak is not about donuts. It's not about some interpersonal issue. What this is a symptom of a greater issue, a much bigger problem. I'll tell you this, the problem that's happening right now is these guys are feeling the pinch on their commissions. What's happening is business is slowing down. People are not walking through the door to buy that new 4Runner, RAV4, whatever the case is. In fact, Toyota specifically has issues getting inventory, but the problem is right now is that all of these salespeople, guys and gals, they were enjoying enormous gains, enormous amounts of profits, bigger commissions than they had ever had before over the last 3 to 4 years. Well, what's happened? The well has run dry and things have changed. Interest rates have skyrocketed. We were getting interest rates of 1%, 0.5%, even 0% vehicles. 0% financing on vehicles was the norm. Now we're looking at 7, 8, 9, even 10% finance rate on a new vehicle. I mean, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Used vehicles are even worse than that right now. So what's happened? Buyers have walked away from purchasing a new gas vehicle, and Toyota does not have any compelling electric vehicles on the market right now. They've got some mishmash, BZ4RX, whatever. It's a piece of garbage. It gets a horrible charging curve. People just don't trust it. And for the money, just go buy a Tesla. Like, that's the bottom line. Toyota's completely missed the mark here. So these guys are getting starved out. And it's not just Toyota. It's all these other brands as well. Like Stellantis, for example, they don't even have a bad electric vehicle to sell. They don't have a single one. Yeah, that's right. You heard me right. Not a single electric vehicle for sale right now from Stellantis, if you can imagine that. Absolute insanity. But listen, if you're a salesperson, and listen, I was there for 15 years. I was doing it. I was either on the floor or managing these guys, and they're not bad people, but they're experiencing a massive amount of tension and stress as the industry changes. Legacy Auto is currently in real time getting wiped out. Why, you say? Well, we have the move to EVs. We have an incredible adjustment in buyer attention mentality. We have interest rates that have shot up, and most customers purchase their vehicles with either financing or a lease program. So they're buying an asset using debt, and the problem is that the cost of that debt has gone up 2, 3, 4, 500%, which is driving their monthly costs up, which makes the vehicle unaffordable. Now, with an electric car, you can argue that they'll have the offset of fuel savings oil changes, maintenances, and that sort of thing. That's why Teslas are continuing to sell like crazy. Are Teslas lowering their prices? Tesla is lowering their prices. Yes, we all agree on that. Why though? Why was outlined back in 2006 very clearly in their master plan. Tesla's costs and expenses are going down. The cost of materials is going down. Their efficiencies are going up. Therefore, they're bringing their prices down in line with that to make their vehicles more affordable for a broader audience. The problem with Legacy Auto is that's not happening. No, gasoline vehicles are at the very peak of efficiency in manufacturing. They're never going to get any better. They've had over 100, in some cases 150 years to perfect their manufacturing process. So what's happening now is they're starting to fall off. And having come from a high of big gains, selling vehicles over list, making those monster commissions, to getting dunked in cold water. You know, they've just basically had an ice bath right now. Of change in pay structure. And what's happening, as you can see through this behavior of fighting over donuts and all this type of behavior, I had a previous video where I outlined that there was some employees at a Stellantis store that were literally committing fraud using shell company, other numbered companies to defraud the dealership out of profits, to pull low price trade-ins out and sell them on their own and keep the profits. They were buying cars elsewhere and selling them to the dealership at inflated prices and keeping the profits. All kinds of crazy stuff that these people are turning to out of frustration and out of desperation because the industry's changing around them. And very important point here, they refuse to accept that the industry is fundamentally changing. That's the core problem. And they're angry about it. They're bitter about it. And they're living on some type of insane hopium, dreaming that the business will get back to the good old days, that things will go back to the way they were. And they never are, and they never will. We're encountering and enduring right now fundamental change in the industry, and we're never going back to the way things were, even in as recently as 2017, 2016, when things were at an absolute a high and money was just rolling in. Yeah, we had a little blip through the post pandemic type of rush, but then we ran out of cars. Of course, we had the chip shortage and so on. And these guys are still using that chip shortage excuse. I know personally of multiple general managers at different dealerships who are literally living a lie. They're trying to play off their poor sales performance, the fact that the business is falling out from beneath them when they're going into their dealer principals, and the dealer principals are saying, hey, what's going on? Why are sales down? Why are profits down? Why is the dealership literally falling apart from the way things were? Well, I'll tell you why. These guys are in there singing them a song about, with chip shortages and we can't get cars and all kinds of crap. This is nonsense. Here's what's happening. Legacy Auto is still making garbage gasoline vehicles, dinosaurs that nobody wants to buy, number one. Number two, interest rates have gone to the moon. So therefore, people can't finance the dinosaurs at the payments that they once could afford. And number three, we'll get three fingers up. Number three is that the competition from the likes of Tesla is mounting, and increasing. And I can tell you that these guys have no idea the tidal wave of change and the impact that it's going to have on their companies. I'm going to continue to document it. Stick with me. I'm going to tell you what's going on. But right now, the sales staff at these dealerships are stressed to the nines, stressed to the moon. And that's why they're fighting over donuts and committing fraudulent activities. I'm just thinking right now, there was a tweet went out about a guy in Michigan at a Cadillac store, I think it was. He embezzled $69,000 in Canadian money. That's over $100,000. How does this even happen? This is insanity that's going down at Legacy Auto. It's absolutely corrupt, rampant with fraud. And I'm sad to say it's not going to improve. What's going to happen? The manufacturers are going to wake up. They're going to realize that this is unsustainable. It is tarnishing their brands. It is crushing sales. And what are they going to do? They're going to eliminate dealerships. They're going to take back control of the sales process. And they are getting even more increasingly desperate to do so. I'm telling you right now, they have teams of lawyers. And they are allocating millions of dollars to figure out a way to get rid of their dealerships. And you could say, oh, well, there's dealer lobbies and groups and so on and so forth. Right. So tell me what happens when you have the customers that are refusing to buy those products, and you have the manufacturers from the other side working to dissolve those dealership agreements. Do these guys really stand a chance? Are they really going to run and hide behind some legislation? Give me a break. It's all coming down. It's all crashing down. Just like the waves crashing down on the sandy beach behind me, guys. It's all going to get washed away. Legacy Auto is in for a wild ride. Stick with me. I'll guide you through and I'll give you insight as to what's happening. We'll see you in the next video.